Inwards, we are going into ourselves to discover the silence that has connection to God, and outwards into the world of manifestation to discover God or divine as transcendent, omnipresent, omnipotent. So a spiral that connects us to God within and God without. Now, temples and initiations, with all these information that we have, we could imagine above the ground. There were the temples that are built, oriented towards different heavenly bodies, towards the sun and the moon. And that's why during the equinoxes we have the sun rays passing through the particular passages of the temples, and sun rays finishing on particular ritual stones within the temples. We also have the temple divided into two parts, one that is within the darkness, the second that is within the reflected light, and one that was completely uncovered. So we are mirroring this particular path of the spirit descending into the earth to actually give a birth to the soul that will come back to the spirit again. So you can imagine the initiates passing between the two spiral columns, entering into the spiral to descend into the underground, becoming the central axis, becoming the Sushuma in a Hindu philosophy, becoming the pillar of consciousness, becoming this Kabbalah center to actually be the source, to descend into the earth and to reconnect the heaven with the earth. Then you can imagine Hypogeum being the magical place of dreams and vision and sacred musical practices. And you can imagine priests and priestesses using chanting and deep voice singing and bell ringing and balls, singing balls and drums to actually reach the altar state of consciousness, to heal people, to go into the oracle, into the dreams, or to conceive children. You can find these musical rituals later on, as I said, all around the world, within the Christian Mass singing, Tibetan or Buddhist chanting, and within the Hindu devotional songs. So, moving through the chambers, we are moving through the light, then we go into the light reflected as the same way the moon reflects the light of the sun. We go into the darkness, deeper into ourselves. We go deeper into the earth when the darkness becomes more complete and when we can reconnect with the silence. Through the chanting, we open to divine, we go into meditation. There are different wedding or healing rituals being performed, and then we also go into the sleeping. We go into the dreams. We go into receiving divine guidelines through dreams. We become an oracle that through the dreams gives the messages to the people about what is the way to work, behave, govern the country, etc. This little statue of the goddess was found inside the Hypogeum, and what is very interesting about it is that Tibetans have a position for dying, and they also recommend that a person lies down on their right side, to put the hand underneath the head, and then the left hand should be put in a particular position. So the sleeping lady that was found in Hypogeum 5,500 years completely mirrors the Tibetan dying position, for recommended for sleep. So you could actually come into the contact with your dreams. So back to the temples and initiation, we are looking at this death of all self, re-entering the womb of the earth, so the new will be born, whether it is in a completely material form, in the form of a baby being born, or in a spiritual form, in the form of a real human being, with entering the world of dreams, spirits and soul, was something that lived on this little island in the middle of Mediterranean many years before other temples were built all around the world. And I will finish with alchemical vitriol, which actually means visit the interior of the earth. And then through purification you will find a sacred stone. Within the alchemy, this sacred stone had the property of transforming any metal into gold.